We're going to learn about the 3 parts of writing a thesis. So the first part is the topic. The topic is basically just what you're talking about, anything. If I said I like that table is my topic. Second, you're going to have a specific opinion. So I like that table probably wouldn't be a very specific opinion. But if I were say that speed limits should be banned, that's a very specific opinion about speed limits. So the third part of a thesis statement is a blueprint of the reasoning. Who can tell me what a blueprint is? Catherine?
It's a specific map of the house laying out all the different parts.
Yeah, exactly. So just like a blueprint is a map of a house, this blueprint is kind of going to be a map of what we're talking about in the rest of our paper. So if I said that speed limits should be banned because the roads can take that kind of speed and because people should have a choice, those are 2 reasons that I just described that should allow, 2 reasons that we'll talk about later. Does everyone understand the blueprint part of that? Okay, cool. Now I'm going to pass out an article. It's from Time for Kids, and it's about something you may all be familiar with, soda. Have you all drank soda before?
Yeah.
It's a personal question. How many of you like soda?
It's alright.
No one?
I
Okay.
don't like soda at all.
Okay. I mean, I like soda, but I realize that, you
I
know,
love it.
maybe your parents didn't give it to you or whatever. It's pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to read through this article. And now this is an article that gives information. This article doesn't have a thesis. If it had a thesis, it would be arguing something. This article is just presenting information. But we're going to take the information in the article and try and make a thesis out of it. Now, since it presents both sides, we can make 2 theses. So, can I have someone to read the first paragraph, please? Ryan.
Carbonated drinks have been kicked out of the Los Angeles public school take effect in 2004.
Thank you. Can I have someone to read the second paragraph? Sarah.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recently declared that a ban of soft drinks from students' diet, he said.
Thank you. Catherine, can you read the third paragraph, please?
A matter of money. Currently, many of the Los Angeles schools depend on soft drink sales to raise an average of $39,000 per high school and $14,000 per middle school. Soda sales have already been banned in elementary schools. Once the new ban takes effect, middle and high schools will still be allowed to sell water beverages that contain a minimum of 50% fruit juice and low sugar sports drinks.
Thank you. Okay, so now we're going to try and make a thesis out of this. Who can tell me what the topic would be? Ryan?
Soda.
Okay, thanks. More specifically than just soda, what would it be? Like
soda and
no, go ahead.
Soda and obesity.
Okay. Soda and obesity and
school.
Thanks. Okay, so that's the topic. Now I think if you read this article, you can find 2 different opinions said by different people. So, specific opinions. Can one person tell me one and someone tell me the other, please? So it doesn't have to be too specific, but just a specific opinion. Yeah, sorry.
Banning soda in schools will help fight childhood obesity?
Okay, thanks. So what was the other argument that you could find in the article? Ryan?
Banning soda in schools will take funds away from them.
Okay. So that's kind of a reason, but what's like more a broader argument, if you step back a little bit, saying that the subject is banning soda in schools, what would that argument be saying? Yeah.
Schools should not ban soda.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Ryan, you were definitely thinking there. You just had to broaden it out a little bit. But I like where you're thinking. Okay, now for the blueprint part, there is all sorts of information. And actually, I'm going to write down what Ryan just said, that soda provides a lot of the school's funding. Because for a lot of these issues, remember that money's behind a lot of it. You know, all these ideas about wanting to keep kids healthy conflicts often with wanting to make money for the school. So they need to fund things. What is another area that could be used for a blueprint of either argument? Just kind of a piece of evidence that could be used. Now I don't need a number necessarily, but just kind of subject. Sarah?
Drinking soda raises the risk for obesity.
Yeah. Apologize for my writing. Hope you guys can read it. Fortunately, it's in the article anyway. Now, look at the second paragraph, the second part that says, "Is soda responsible?" What's a piece of evidence that's used there? Catherine?
It says that physical education is actually more important to fighting obesity than getting rid of soda.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we have the parts of the thesis statement, the topic, the specific opinion, you can choose either one, and the blueprint, some pieces of evidence, we're going to put it all together into a thesis statement. So, one thesis statement that I could make that would be that soda in schools should be banned because it raises the risk for obesity of children in the school. So, now I want one of you to take the opposite argument, the other thesis, that schools should not ban soda, and try and make a thesis statement out of it, a whole sentence, and write it on the board for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Catherine just finished making a thesis for the other argument, than the one that I said, that schools should not ban soda. And, okay, so you have the topic, soda, being banned in schools, the specific opinion that it should not be banned, and the blueprint for your evidence that physical education is more important for keeping kids healthy, and also that it brings in revenue for the school. So that's a blueprint because later on you'd want to give more evidence, some of the numbers they use in the article. So this would be a great way to start an argumentative essay or an opinion editorial or something like that on soda. Here's a cheer that we have made to teach about different parts of writing an essay. Okay, so we're going to go over the 4 parts. The intro, at the end of the intro comes the thesis, and then the body of the essay, and then the conclusion. So, you'll learn all about it when you listen to our cheer. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Essay, essay, how do I write one? We'll take it from the top, then we'll write it till we're done. Intro, intro, what's your subject? Cue me in, let me know what to expect. Thesis, thesis, what's your argument? What is it exactly that you meant? Body, body, what's your evidence? Without any proof, you're just sitting on the fence. Conclusion, conclusion, what did we just hear about? Wrap it all up, then we'll shake it all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Woo!